Hi, I'm Bill Byrne with Samsung, and today I'm looking at the Galaxy S2, which we have for Sprint, T-Mobile, and AT&T. Here in my hand, I've got the Sprint version, which is the Galaxy S2 Epic 4G Touch. As you can see, it is a very thin phone. On every network, it's going to be the thinnest smartphone that you can buy on that network. So this is the thinnest smartphone that you can get on Sprint's 4G network. It uses our nice Super AMOLED Plus display. Inside it has a 1.2 gigahertz Samsung Exynos dual-core processor, which is very, very fast. I've personally benchmarked these phones, and they are faster than any other phone I've ever benchmarked before. It uses the new TouchWiz interface, which has some really cool features, including, here's some resizable widgets. And as you can see, we've improved the widget drawer on TouchWiz, so we give you a lot of nice options. All of the Samsung widgets are resizable, but there's plenty of nice widgets to add functionality and to customize the phone however you like.
So basically it's been an improvement from the Galaxy S1.
This is a dramatic improvement over anything we've had out before, especially the Galaxy S. The Galaxy S was a great phone, but this is really a superior phone in every way.
So it's a worthy successor.
Absolutely. We've got an 8-megapixel camera around back. It also shoots 1080p video. I'll give you a taste of the camera interface. And it shoots 1080p video at the high profile setting, which is very close to what you'd expect from, say, a Blu-ray video or something like that. One of my favorite features is that you can actually customize the camera interface to add your own shortcuts. So if you're someone who likes to switch focal modes a lot like I do, you can jump right in there.
It's very neat. So it's basically like swapping things out on the fly.
Absolutely, you can customize just about everything on this phone. The phone it's got our Keys Air software. What Keys Air does is it generates a web page from the phone so that any computer that you have or any tablet with a web browser, you can access all the contents of the phone, like your contacts, your text messages, your music, your videos, your ringtones, your photos. And you don't need a specialized app for that. You can just access it from anything with a web browser and adjust the phone that way, download all your content or upload content to the phone from any computer. We've got the Social Hub service that comes with it. This is Samsung's way of integrating Facebook and Twitter and your email and your text messages all into one convenient spot. We also have our voice talk, which is powered by Vlingo. So when you're driving or when you want to go a little bit more hands-free, you can just talk to the phone. Might be a little loud in here, but you can just say, "Hi, Galaxy." And then you can tell the phone what to do. You can call John. I don't think there is a John on this phone, but if there was, the Galaxy S2 would try to call him for you. You can select your music, and when it's docked into a car dock too, it will automatically go to the speech recognition mode, so you can just talk to it without taking your hands off the wheel.
So this is basically an improvement to the already voice recognition from Google on the phone.
Right, it still has Google's voice commands on the phone, but we're using Vlingo's software for some added functions and features to really kind of amp that up a bit.
So is that something that's just dedicated to the Samsung phone, or is that something that's from Vlingo in the marketplace?
That's a good question. I know that we are using our own version on the Galaxy S2 devices, but we don't own Vlingo, so I'm sure that they offer similar products themselves, but all of the Galaxy S2 phones come with that voice talk software.
Pricing and availability?
Right now, the Sprint version, which you see here, is going to be available on September 16th. It's going to be $199 with a 2-year contract. The AT&T version will go on sale on September 19th, and they're going to talk about pricing later. And the T-Mobile version should be available sometime this fall, but they haven't talked about specific pricing or availability details yet.
Now you were saying that all all three devices are pretty much the same. Just two of them have the different screen sizes and one is different.
The screen is a little bit different. So on the Sprint version and on the T-Mobile version, you get a 4.5-inch screen. On the AT&T, you get a 4.3-inch screen. The Sprint version and the AT&T version use a Samsung 1.2 gigahertz dual-core processor. The T-Mobile version also uses a dual-core processor, and we're not really talking about the specific processor inside, but it is dual-core. And otherwise, they use identical TouchWiz software. They're all running on the fastest 4G networks available on all those carriers.
Now, can you do a comparison? Can you hold the Sprint one and the AT&T one together?
Sure thing.
Just to kind of show differences.
I happen to have one here.
So they're basically running all the same software. It looks all the same, pretty much just you know, specific applications from the carrier.
Exactly. Unfortunately, my AT&T model right here isn't powered on, but you can still get a difference in the screen size. The AT&T is a little bit smaller. They're both very thin. I haven't compared the two, but I believe that they're very comparable in thinness. The designs are slightly different, but still retain that Galaxy S2 look and feel. Cameras are exactly the same on both, so they both have, all of these models have the 8 megapixel camera, the 1080p high profile video recording, the front facing, I believe that's a 2 megapixel camera.
All of them will have 2.0?
On the front, yep. And that works with Skype and Fring and Quick and all of the popular video conferencing, as well as Google Talk. So the Google Talk video software is preloaded. They all run the newest version of Gingerbread Android software.
Any differences with the ports?
No, they all use an MHL port, which stands for Mobile High Definition Link. That's micro USB, but you can get an adapter to use HDMI out of the same port. So you can connect this port directly to your high definition television. You can show your videos. That's what we have going on up here. As you can see, I'm controlling the phone here and controlling what's on the screen. And if we had video content preloaded on this phone, you could also watch videos, whether they're videos you've taken or videos that you've preloaded onto the phone yourself, into the phone's memory. It uses micro USB, and then you can see we have the adapter right here. The adapter has HDMI, the full-size HDMI on the other end.
What goes into that adapter from the other side? Is also micro USB?
It's micro USB into the phone, that's the male end, and then the female end is HDMI.